Hi everyone! Today I'm going to share a simple but effective method for reviving wilted or rotting orchids. If your plant looks dry, weak, or even partially dead, don't worry, there's still hope. This technique will help bring it back to life, encouraging healthy root growth, leaf recovery, and even year-round blooming if done right. Let's get started. Because it hasn't been cared for in a while, the orchid has completely dried out and the leaves have gone limp and wilted. They've lost their firmness and can't stand upright anymore. Let's go ahead and remove the outer plastic orchid pod so we can check the condition of the root system inside. Most of the roots have dried out completely. They've turned a yellow, straw-like color and feel brittle to the touch. We're going to trim away all the dry, dead roots. Removing these lifeless parts helps prevent rot from spreading. We'll also remove any leaves that are rotting, mushy, or torn. These damaged parts can become entry points for bacteria or fungi, and keeping them on the plant only slows down recovery. We're now going to place the orchid into a container and let it soak in water, fully submerging the root area. This step allows the plant to slowly rehydrate, helping it absorb moisture back into the stems and leaf bases. Since the orchid is dehydrated, this soaking process is essential. It gives the plant a chance to regain strength before we move on to the next recovery steps. Soak it for 60 minutes. Add 1 teaspoon of sugar to the soaking water. The sugar acts as a quick energy source, helping to stimulate the orchid cells and encourage metabolic activity. Pour 1,000 milliliters of water. This can support the plant in bouncing back from stress and kickstart root and tissue recovery. Add 1 teaspoon of dry yeast to the water as well. Yeast is rich in B vitamins and natural growth stimulants, which can help boost root development and support cell regeneration. Pour 1,000 milliliters of warm water. Soak it for 60 minutes. After 60 minutes, we'll take the plant out of the water. While we're at it, go ahead and gently rinse the entire plant to remove any remaining dirt, old residue, or loosened dead tissue. Let's use a soft cloth to gently dry the plant. Be careful around the base and any sensitive areas. Our goal is just to remove excess moisture without damaging the tissues. We're now going to submerge the leaf section into the sugar water solution. This allows the plant to absorb sugars and trace nutrients directly through the leaf base, helping to restore internal moisture and provide a quick source of energy. Soak it for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes of soaking in the sugar water, the plant has absorbed enough nutrients and moisture, so we'll go ahead and take it out now. After soaking the yeast-water mixture for 60 minutes, we'll give it a good stir. Now we'll combine the yeast water with the sugar water. Mixing these two solutions creates a powerful nutrient blend that's rich in natural growth stimulants, B vitamins, and simple sugars. So the first thing we're going to do is use the solution made from sugar and dry yeast to wipe down the orchid leaves. Sugar provides a quick source of energy, and yeast is packed with B vitamins and amino acids. Together, they create a kind of natural tonic that helps stimulate recovery, improve leaf texture, and even encourage new root growth over time. We're going to place the root section into the sugar and yeast solution while the wounds are still fresh and open. At this stage, the exposed tissue is more receptive and can easily absorb the nutrients from the mixture. After 30 minutes, we'll take the plant out of the solution. We're going to dip a piece of cotton into the nutrient solution and wrap it gently around the flower spike. This method helps keep the area moist and nourished, creating the right environment for keiki. At this stage, we're going to use ground cinnamon to treat the open wounds on the orchid. Cinnamon is a powerful natural antifungal and antibacterial agent, and it's been widely used by growers to help prevent rot or infection after cutting away damaged roots or leaves. We'll use the remaining solution to soak the pine bark. This step is important because the bark will absorb the nutrients from the mixture, becoming a gentle, slow-release source of moisture and minerals for the orchid once it's potted. Rest for a full day. After one full day, once the plant is completely dried and the pine bark has fully absorbed the nutrients, we'll take the orchid out. Remember to place a layer of foam at the bottom of the pot before planting. We're now going to use a small metal clip to gently secure the flower spike in place, and then take a fresh piece of cotton soaked in the sugar yeast solution and wrap it around the keiki node. Let's take the pine bark out of the solution and let it drain thoroughly. Once the excess moisture has dripped off and the bark feels damp but not soaking wet, we're ready to start potting the plant. The pine bark itself is a great growing medium because it provides excellent airflow, drains well, and mimics the orchid's natural environment. Finally, we'll add a top layer of moss over the bark. This moss acts like a natural moisture blanket. It helps retain just the right amount of humidity around the base of the plant without making it too wet. This is especially useful for newly recovering orchids, as it keeps the root zone moist and encourages steady, gentle hydration. After 4 weeks, the leaves are still slightly wrinkled and haven't fully plumped up yet, but they're noticeably greener and stronger than before. The roots have grown longer and look much stronger now. You can see they're firm, plump, and have that healthy silvery green color typical of actively growing orchid roots. Let's go ahead and mix a fresh batch of the solution to continue caring for the plant. Since the orchid is still in recovery mode, consistent support from a gentle, nutrient-rich mix like this will help maintain root activity, improve leaf texture, and encourage future growth. We'll spray the sugar and yeast dilution on the plant twice a week. This light, regular application gives the orchid a consistent supply of gentle nutrients, just enough to boost its recovery without overwhelming it. We're going to give the orchid a deep, thorough watering to help stimulate the root system. This kind of soaking encourages the roots to actively search for moisture, promoting stronger, deeper growth. After 2 months, the leaves have become noticeably plump and glossy. They're no longer wrinkled or dull. Instead, they have a healthy sheen and a firmer texture, which shows that the plant is now well hydrated and actively photosynthesizing. The flower spike where we applied the keiki treatment has successfully started to grow a baby plant our keiki has formed. You can already see tiny leaves and early root nubs beginning to develop. The roots of the keiki are starting to develop nicely thick, firm, and slightly green at the tips, which is a great sign of active growth. These young roots are still short, but already show strong potential, meaning they're healthy and capable of absorbing moisture and nutrients once planted. Now it's time to separate the keiki and plant it. Don't forget to use cinnamon to dry the wound after separating the keiki. Just lightly dust a small amount onto the freshly cut area. No need to overdo it. A thin layer is enough to seal and protect the tissue. Now let's pop the keiki. We'll place it into its own small cup or container to allow it to grow independently. By giving it its own space, we encourage the young plant to start developing a stronger root system and to absorb moisture and nutrients on its own, no longer relying on the mother plant. Let's give the newly potted keiki a gentle misting. A light spray of water around the roots and leaves helps ease the transition into its new environment. And that's it for today's orchid care update. Thanks so much for watching and joining me on this journey to healthier, stronger plants. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a tip. Drop a comment below to share your own orchid stories or questions. I love hearing from you.